Oh, right now? No, my yeah. Don't judge.
Go ham, Jelly fan.
Before I start, I want to give a thank you to Ms. Summy for letting my fellow classmates from like 20 years ago, and my teacher from last year, Mr. B, and Claudio, and Steven. Thank you for coming. And happy birthday, you know.
Thank you.
Alright. Alright, this is my midterm exhibition. Mostly everyone knows me, Monty, Moss. No, I'm not related to Randy Moss. No, I'm not related to Santana Moss, but possibly. East High School, you guys should know that. Big picture program. Go next one. My slogan, before I get to my agenda and all that, my slogan, there are 86,400 seconds in a day. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with them. Now, this slogan was not easy. I did a lot of calculation last night. I didn't get any sleep, but you know, it's up to you to think about it. My agenda. So basically for today, for my thing, we have icebreaker, self-introduction, strengths, growth areas, goals, journal entries, and personal narrative and secondary plan. Which will be towards the end, at the end of my slides. So now, for my icebreaker, we're going to play a little game. Sports Jeopardy by Dan Patrick. Now before I start, I called Dan Patrick last night, works at NBC, and I wanted to make sure if there was somebody can use his image, and he was pretty cool with it. So is someone gonna use a desk now? Alright, so we're gonna use 4 desks. 4 desks for fun. What's the your step? 4 desks for this.
This one.
Got it.
Time pressure. Well, now, you guys guess. You guys like to participate? Am I so Claudia, you can sit here. John, like to participate?
Yes,
John?
Can't you see no participate?
Lady?
Can't you see no
Are you sure?
Claudia makes trash.
Anyone else want to participate?
Anyone
Steven?
want-
Mr. D?
Eddie.
Eddie?
I believe in you. I love you.
Hello, Eddie. Represent Eddie. Girl power.
Now at Chili's, a menu full of one.
Come on, Eddie.
There's an advertisement. You know, I can't do anything with that.
Yo, Ian.
Oh.
Bro, I'm about to buy a burger today. Alright. Now, you are my lovely 4 contestants for today. So, now each of you just introduce yourself to the audience. So, starting with you.
Good morning.
Boo.
My name is Claudio Reyes, and I will be attending the Jeopardy. Sports Jeopardy.
He happy.
Get him
My
on.
name is John D. Bronco.
Boo.
Stop Justino.
I am Mr. Bentonania, Mr. B.
My name is Eddie and I know nothing of sports.
So, why don't you participate?
Monty.
So now I'm playing. Alright, I think go back to my Google Sheets. No, I got it. Go to my Google Sheets. Alright, now, sheets. Now, things here are going to be a little bit different here. We're not going to do the Jeopardy. So, which one of you would like to go first? Well, before I start, the rules are there'll be no cell phones. The crowd cannot help you. If you do not answer the question within the 30 seconds, you will be skipped and will be the next person to go. The goal, first person to win, gets a grand prize, which we'll receive at the end.
Can I go instead of Eddie?
So, are all contestants ready? Yes. All right, now which one would you like to go first?
Whoa.
All right. Now, you see there's 4 categories for you to choose from. Soccer, basketball, football, and baseball. Now each of them are for a different amount of points, but I warn you, the higher they go, the easier they are to end. So, would you like so which category does pick first?
Baseball, you know.
Baseball for you.
That's a L.
Now, would someone please set the timer to 30 seconds, please?
What about the music?
Okay.
Your question for 800. Who was recently voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame? Please name the player and the team that they were drafted into the Hall of Fame with.
Carter, you stupid.
Wait.
Is the team Boston?
Carter, you stupid, son.
And I'll just answer it.
Oh.
He has a sneaker number. He has a sneaker number.
Alright.
Angel Martinez from Boston.
Idiot.
You are wrong.
Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle Mariners.
You're the artist.
There is another one from the Mets.
Thank, now you just do the other one.
Audience needs.
Claudio.
How are you gonna get some tape with the shut
I
up?
can't give you full points because you have help from the audience. But we'll give you 100.
Wait, why can't we copy
So,
the live?
Please mark for Claudio 100 points.
Which Columbia?
Well, I know.
Just put it at the bottom.
Just right at the bottom, Claudio 100. Let's keep score at the bottom.
Yeah, underneath.
Yanni Josa.
Yeah, I spell it, man. That's what you think, what is it?
That's it, that's it.
Take out the A, take out the first A.
Colorado.
Alright, next one. Now, John.
Soccer for 200.
Whoa. You better not shout. You better not cry.
Now, your question. Do you stop the music, Anthony? You're gonna get fired. This one's easy, I hope you get it right. Who won the 2015 BPL title? What is Chelsea? That is correct. Please mark John for 200 points.
What is Chelsea? Damn, Mr. B don't got no hockey up there. That's a
Stop the music. Now, Mr. B, it is now your turn to choose your category.
The football.
Oh no. No football like that?
No.
Here we go. Here's your question. Who was the last team the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to in the Super Bowl? Give me the year and their opponents.
Come on. My uncle can answer. We're not friends.
Your answer.
What is in 2010?
That's the first L.
Who did it was? Washington.
Oh my God.
In the Super Bowl? NFC West NFC?
God.
You have lost out on this opportunity. So now, Eddie, the games have shifted towards you. What is, can you answer this question? Would you like to repeat it?
Yes.
Who was the last team the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to in the Super Bowl? Year and opponent.
I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh, please calm
Come on,
down.
Eddie.
So let me make sure that time is right.
I'm gonna say. Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything. Redskins.
Oh my God, bro. He just said Washington.
ties now.
Claudio.
Claudia, what's your chance?
It's alright, Eddie.
What's that?
Who's the last team that Pittsburgh
All
Steelers
right.
lost to the Super Bowl year and opponent?
Green Bay. What is Green Bay? And what is 2012?
That is correct. American Party.
Oh, Claudio! Eat up!
Eddie, your
I'm
turn.
not giving you no more answers.
Basketball, 200.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's a
Are you ready? Who won the MVP award in 2007?
It's just coming in.
Taylor Lautner.
Time.
Coming in.
That's incorrect.
How did the Lakers win
John.
MVP?
Your time is still 20 points. Can you answer it? Who won the MVP award in 2007? What is Kobe?
Kobe.
That is incorrect.
What?
That's an L.
Your time is steal. You need these points. Who won the MVP award in 2007?
LeBron.
That is incorrect.
LeBron James.
It's your last chance, so the question will be determined over. Who was the MVP award won to in 2007? That is correct. The correct answer was Steve Nash.
These are hard.
Now, John.
Nobody can
Soccer for 4. Soccer for 4.
Okay. Your question is, John,
This is so
how many goals did Germany score in the 2014 World Cup?
Oh my gosh, I already saw that.
Germany?
You said Germany?
Yes, Germany. The team.
I think this should be your last question.
Really?
What is 12
Because
goals?
you run out.
Alright, just two more, please.
What is 12 goals? I said, what is 12 goals?
That is incorrect. You're giving up? The answer was 18 goals.
That's it, I knew it. I was like,
Mr. B, this is now your time to shine. You need some points.
need one of your baseball. You have another one?
Yes, baseball for 800. Wait, that was already used already. Sorry. We have 600, 400.
Oh my gosh, that's an L.
What's all that? How many?
Yeah, basketball
You need basketball.
for
800.
Oh, dirty.
sorry. Your question. What year did Kobe Bryant get drafted? And what team was he drafted to?
Claudio.
That is incorrect. Eddie, you need points for 800. What year did Kobe Bryant get drafted to? And what team was it?
Claudio. Claudio.
Something like, after this is my last question.
Claudio.
Sorry.
19, 97. Centro de 90 es sábado.
1903.
That's incorrect.
Claudio.
No, they're not.
It's 300, Claudia, you need the points. What year did Kobe Bryant get drafted and what team was it?
What is Lakers and what
Oh my
is-
God, no. Stop.
Well, what is Jordan Lawrence? 97. Jordan Lawrence.
Cardio.
That is correct. Claudio gets 800 points. We'll add on straight. Now this is the last question, guys. So John, you need 2 points. You have 200. Claudio now has the lead with 700 points. You need something big, brother.
Hey John, go for broke, my boy. Don't do it, John. You want to take this?
600 Sunday.
600.
Why don't you just go for 800?
Because it's hard.
Sorry for 600.
Cardio one.
Put the ducks on.
All right. Here's your question, Claudio. I met John. Sorry. What team did Frank Lampard go on loan to? And did he score against his former club that day?
What is Yankees?
Frank Lampard. Soccer.
Can I
Soccer.
answer?
Soccer, bro.
It's fine.
You're incorrect. B. A chance to steal. What team did Frank Lampard go on loan to? And did he score against his former club that day? Went on loan to.
New York Football Club.
No,
What is it?
I'm not gonna say it.
Alright, what is it?
I'm gonna answer.
What is it?
Or let them work it out.
That is correct. Speed. 800 points. But I'm sorry to say, the winner for today's Sports Jeopardy is Claudio Reyes.
Jerry.
We'll all take it back time. We'll things on. Sorry, just been something a little bit better for as long as it's happening.
Jerry.
Claudio, you will receive your grand prize.
I thought you had like.
Buddy, I believe in you, bro. Like, play gears by yourself.
You gonna do it?
Alright. Academic reflection. So for my academic reflection, I had to present. Oh, I'm sorry. Steven, put your hands in shit. Now, for my academic reflection, I had to include 2 journal entries from my journal. Because like every day for advisory, we do like, we spend like 10 minutes on doing journal entries. You can talk about like life or anything in general. So for my first journal entry, now don't get mad or anything, it's just sports. So my first entry, I put today's game day. The most important game today, and it's all about the Mets. That was when they won the playoffs. Today they play the Chicago Cubs, and this game is very important. We're already in the mound and ready to go. I believe we can grab this game by the neck. That's my first journal entry. That's for another. Now days later, it's my second journal entry. Wow, the feeling when you wake up knowing that your team is up 2-0, and also when your Patriots beat up a Colts team, that was NFL. Then I switched sides back to MLB. The Cubs were the best of pitchers at us, and we found a way to beat them. Can't wait to start this week and bring my grades up. I was at the time. You all know what happened to the Mets in reality going forward. They lost the World Series to Kansas City Chiefs and Royals, but it happens. Now, my academic strengths, the learner. Like when I mean by the learner, like after, like for example, you go to, like you learn about a subject, like from the summer class English. I do a lot of stuff. So like after like I learn like about the topic and get like information, it's easier for me to do it about do the assignment stuff that we have on Google Classroom. I'm a positive, motivated student, thanks to my uncle, my grandma, and John, and Christina, and Claudia. Thank you. My growth areas. I improved academically from the past 3 years. It's like my 3 years were like shitty, to be honest with you. And then like my senior, like this so far this year has been my best since like freshman year. I actually feel good about school again. Like back in middle school, I used to go to Hawkins. It was like I used to wake up loving to go to school, even though I was like 5 minutes away, but that wasn't a problem. But then like for like last 3 years, like I didn't care about school. Well, I cared about it, but I wasn't really motivated to go and do good. My next one was I increased my wardrobe for school. Like senior year, I've been inspired to like dress up like through my uncle, and he he's brought me into the suit world and was dressing up, the shoes, the suits, the ties, the button-ups, the watch to go with it, the belt, socks, and stuff like that. And basically, another one is my relationship with friends, family, and teachers. I mean, I've been on a roller coaster ride, for example, Claudio and Steven. They've known me since like kindergarten, so we've all grown up. And then John coming into the mix. So I improved my friendship with them and other people, and teachers in general. I mean, it's finally glad to say that my teachers care about me, as far as like big picture, and Mr. B and other teachers from like the past in my middle school. And they always like to, talk to me and catch up on me and talk to me about life and things like that. And for my other academic strength, I received honor roll for the first time in a while, well, since freshman year. And it's been a while, but it feels good to be back the way I was. Let me go to the next slide. My academic reflection writing piece. So I included my personal statement, and I put trying to maintain 3.5 or higher GPA, because I'm trying to honor roll for core 2 again. It's not easy. And as of now, I have a 2.1 GPA, so I'm still working and grinding to try to get that. My other slide was to attend for college, try to attend St. Mary's University, and finish my sports radio career there. Hopefully make it to the big leagues. Well, the big leagues, ESPN. Yeah, closing my personal statement. Yeah, my first statement. So basically, my first statement, I was told from like Miss Summit to like just be yourself. So I basically put like a lot of things in it, as far as like my growing up days and the hard streets of North, my neighborhood, things that I saw. My grandma, I miss my grandma a lot. My life from kindergarten to like 8th grade, I put some key things in there. I put like my future, how my neighborhood was, and what inspired me to do good and try to make it out. Go to the next slide. My process to my LTI. So everyone knows here, my internship was at St. Paul University, sports radio / radio. So my resume first. So my resume. At first, when I first did it like a couple months ago, I didn't really have any job experience. Like I worked with my uncles this summer, and it was pretty cool. But I didn't include that because I didn't know it was important. So before that, I was. I did my experience like when I was a freshman. I was a mentor / assistant head coach at the Augustry School, my former school, and just helping out and bringing back to the community. So I went on board with Carmelo Darcelos, which was my 7th, 8th grade science teacher, and also my head coach when I played basketball during my good years. Some of the things I did, I started working with players to improve their team building, preparing them for the next level. This next level, I mean, it's high school, because high school sports is a whole new ballgame. Did some of my skills. I'm currently the Eastside High School varsity basketball manager with John here. Some of the things I did with Hawkins was player development, running practice sometimes, team organization, showing the captains of the team back then, leadership skills, and how to be a leader for your team. I went to Augustry School from kindergarten, so I was like young rugrat, to like 8th grade, and then I took my talents to Eastside High School. Go to the next slide. Oh, back to the original. Yeah. So my experience, my shadow days, my interview day. For my interview day, well, it was very long for that. I think my interview day was like November or December. No, November. And like, it was a long wait since I first came big picture, the internships and all that. And I had to be patient, because like out of my whole, how like high school, you guys have your own clique and your groups and your friends. So I was like the only one that didn't have one, and I was like very mad. So I just told myself to just be patient, just wait, it'll come. So for my interview day, it was a crazy day from the start. The night before that, I couldn't sleep. And then the next day, I was preparing. Well, the night before, I prepared like what to wear. I wanted to make sure I look good for my interview. So when I go to this place, I get good feedback. One of the reasons why I got a ride from Miss Saberstein. You guys should know my counselor. He had car problems, so we were late from the start. Car problems. For that day, I was excited and motivated. I was confident I was going to do good for my interview. It wasn't my first time for an interview, so I basically know like what to do, like I was going to go in there with. And then like for my interview, everything went well. I showed my mentor my resume, he was thrilled. And before that, Miss Summy and Miss Crosby told him great things about me going into there. And he was like, a guy like me would fit right in, so it was like good. My first shadow day was kind of crazy, and It was nervous at times. Because, you know, your first day, you go in there, basically your first day on the job, you're trying to learn, you know, do things, meet the new staff members, everyone there, all that stuff. And then Clayton is the manager of WSOU, which is our thing we're doing. And he's like the manager, and he made sure that he brought me in, filled me in with everything, what I was going to do, my role with each other, and understood everything that we were going to do together and moving forward for the program. And we've established a great connection with one another. And a major key, always give facts during sports debates. You never want to give lies. You should know how to be smart all the time. Never give up on anything to freshmen. I know it's freshmen here. I didn't know you guys would be here. Just never give up, especially for, you know, like your internships and like in life in general in school. Like don't give up because you have a long way to go. And your high school years are going by very fast. So just stay on top of your game. Go to the next slide. My mentor. Now, my mentor, Mr. Mark Maben. You know, it's a very cute guy, nice mustache. So Mark Maben, he's a general manager there at WSOU. He controls the radio, and he's on board the sports radio. So his information, email markmaben@shu.edu. General manager, St. Paul University, South Orange Avenue, South Orange, New Jersey. Zip code 07079. I know it's kind of hard to see. Bear with me. I have his fax number and his box number. But you know, he's a great guy. You know, when I first met him, he's a bit scary. He's a guy like that. He's a very serious person. Like he doesn't joke a lot like normal people. But you know, he's a good guy. He's good. He's easy to work with, and he helps me with a lot of things while I'm there. Oh my God. My passion, my LTI search process was learning great social skills, building on the knowledge that I've already learned so far about sports. That's like my sports, like when I was growing up, like every sports member, my teams and all that. And also about my internship, be a mentor and help people in the area, like commentating field, because that's what, well, I don't want to be a commentator, but I want to be a ESPN, so whatever role they assign me. I want to be a mentor like to the young people that may want to come into that field. College, you know what I'm talking about. In addition to all above, my passion is someday being on ESPN, Sports Center, or you know, First Take, but I probably won't replace Stephen A. to be 50 by then. All my knowledge I've learned so far has given me tools on what I need to strive for and becoming an ESPN broadcaster. So I watch a lot of ESPN, as you know, Sports Center, NBA games, college games, and you know, every different commentators have a different strive for the game and how they approach the game. You go to the next slide. Oh, wait, go back. Now for the top, WSOU 89.5, that's our radio. Like during the day, sometimes it'll be just like regular radio. Like some people give like, they have somebody at the station where they'll give like a weather update, all that stuff. But during like game days and like hall lines, so like when the girls or boys have a game, this thing called hall line, I was there for like once already. So like say if St. Hall boys basketball team plays at like 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We'll get there, like we'll go over it, like we'll already have the agenda signed out by Clayton, the manager, something to us. He'll be in the room with us. And like if for the first half, we'll have callers call in for the first half, and they'll give their take on it, like what St. Hall need to do to improve for the second half, and then we'll break it down. But at times, Hall line can be very crazy. I was at the Hall line when they lost against Villanova. That's like a rival game. And like one of the calls called in from like Patterson, he was saying like the head coach should be fired. He don't do good enough for St. Hall to win a game. It was a big game. It's a rivalry game, but we play Villanova again this Wednesday or Thursday, so we'll be ready. And Hall line's very crazy. These callers are just not like normal callers. These callers come in like pissed off or be angry about the game. They're just trying to take anger on us. But you know, we just debate about it. We'll go to the next one. Now, one of my problems is, how can I be a better partner to help someone that may not understand the topics we're doing or working on? Well, like sometimes during Hall line, or in general, the people that may come in, because we have different shift time schedules, they may not know what they're coming in, or they may not know what they're doing, or what we're going to be doing today. So it's part of my job, as Clayton assigned to me, to help make sure that we're on the right page, and that they know what they're doing, so they won't come in and be like unbalanced. We make sure everyone's has a flow. So it's my job to make sure that everyone on my team is on the same page, so working, everyone has a flow, like I said. Purpose. I want to pursue my career in the sports world because I love doing and talking about sports. So this is just like not a regular thing. Like everyone can wake up and talk about sports or in general, about our team or your team in general. But it's something in me. There's always a motivation for me to wake up in the morning and get ready to work or debate about sports. Now with that, like my sports team losing the night before, Claudio usually come into me and throw it in my face, but I just won't talk to no one for the day. Like, especially when the Mets lost the World Series, I don't want to talk to no one. I believe I can make a difference in the sports industry because I've always watched ESPN since I was like a kid with my grandma. And there's always that one work that grabs your attention. So like when you guys watch, I don't know, like shows or like sports things, it's always like certain commentators that grab your attention, that bring the game to life. Especially for NBA, Kevin Harlan, he's a commentator for TNT Sports. His call, he's been commentating for years, since like the 80s. But his game, the way he commentates it, he brings it to life. Like he actually like makes you feel like, so like say for instance, if someone dunks somebody, he'll like bring that call to life and bring it to you, and that'll make you like feel good. So listen to him commentating is very good. Him and Reggie Miller alongside former Pacers player back in the 90s against the Knicks, destroyed them. Another person that I really inspired when I was growing up during watching ESPN Sports Center in general was Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott was a person who's been working with ESPN since like the 90s, but he recently died in 2015 due to cancer. Well, like as I watched him growing up in his field for like Sports Center, like different Sports Center workers, like they're not that good. But him himself was a great person to listen to and watch because his feel for the game was for Sports Center was very, very mind blowing. I also want to like for my project when I create. My older brother has his own radio show in South Jersey. So hopefully my project I want to team up with him and hopefully work with him so like maybe I can bring my sports knowledge and sports talk to his radio station. But we're currently not there yet because I haven't had the tightest communication with my brother yet. I haven't seen him since like Christmas. That's fine. Then like one of the things that I was thought about when I was doing this about Stuart Scott, I put Stuart Scott's commitment to excellence was a standard that would never be broken. And then also leftitry. I know you guys like wondering who the hell the black people is, but I put this is my grandma. As you can see, my grandma. That's my great grandma. She died in like 2007, but we always watched sports together. So like I would go to my grandma's house sometimes, and like all three of us would watch sports. And my great grandma was a big Jets fan. And then for NBA, she was a Nets fan. That's all she grew up on back in the day. My other grandma that died recently, like 2012, 2013. I think I was sophomore or junior. She was a big Cowboys fan for football because half of my uncles are like football freaks. And then for basketball, she was a Knicks fan because she grew up in the Knicks and she went to like a lot of Knicks games back in the day. But she recently died. And then these my aunts. They're not really. They're really just people I talk to every day. They talk about life. That's pretty good. My project development. So these are the questions that were in my project proposal that I had to answer. It wasn't easy, by the way. So what areas are particularly interested to the student? Like I said, I got into the thing where what I do during a whole line, during like men's or women's basketball games. Organization skills. Give reasons that we talk about during the game is going on. Like while the game, we'll have like a team in our room and we'll watch the game. And sometimes we'll pick each other's brains apart about like, oh, that shouldn't have been a turnover, blah, 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 blah. Stuff like we break down the game. And then my communication skills, once halftime, we get like callers and talk about the things that the team is